us a bit about yourself, Paul.
Oh, hi, I play ukulele with in a band.
What's your band called?
The Pukes.
Pukes.
Punk rock on ukulele.
Excellent.
Yes, we're doing very well at the moment. We're going on tour with Bad Manners.
Fantastic.
In November and December. And next Thursday we're playing at a book launch of the Tate Modern. So that's all very exciting.
Wow,
yeah.
Cool. So how does punk translate onto the ukulele?
Well, it's surprisingly well, and surprisingly all over the world. You know, we think in this country punk sort of, it's all 1977, it's all a long time ago. But all over the world, especially in repressive regimes, punk is still very relevant to kids' lives. Two places in particular, Indonesia and Burma. And there, the instrument of choice is the ukulele. And of course, in Russia, talk about, we've got Pussy Riot as well, being using punk to protest against the Putin regime. So it does translate quite well. Yeah.
Why do you think it's got so popular again recently?
Well, I think for the reasons. Look, it's very portable. And say, heard one fellow once say, you pick up a ukulele, you pick up a guitar, it's an event. So you can pick them up, you can, this is quite a big one, this is a baritone ukulele, they come in different sizes like saxophones, the next size down is a tenor, and then there's one size down from that concert, and then soprano, and then you get sort of piccolo, really short scale ukuleles, which I have one of those as well. This is the one I play in the band, so it's a baritone, you just give some variety to that sound.
What made you pick up the ukulele? I overheard you say you've been playing about 3 years,
yes.
Is that right?
Well, I've been to see the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain a few times, been so transfixed with their virtuosity, I'd never imagined myself actually playing this instrument. But then I was listening to an interview on the radio where the Ukulele Orchestra come on to promote a concert they were doing, a promenade concert they were doing at the Albert Hall in 2009. And they'd said, the interviewer there was talking about how he had a ukulele and how great it was when he went away on business trips, that he could pack it in his luggage, and in the evening, well, gives you, if you're on a business trip, you've only got two things going on in the evening. You've got the bar, or you're in your room watching the porno channel. Now you've got something else to be doing, especially with your
save
hands.
Everyone from sex and drink.
Yeah, basically. So you entertain yourself in your hotel room on your little ukulele. And I was thinking, well, that's it. And as it happened, I think that day I was passing a store which was doing a promotion on ukuleles in its window. So I bought my first ukulele for £17 that day.
Serendipity.
Yes. And tried to find more about this promenade concert, and instead discovered that Quincy had been organising a ukulele festival, which I went along to, and it turned out it was not only a ukulele festival, it was a Guinness World Record ukulele festival.
Awesome.
842, 892 people all playing Sloop John B at the same time. So in 3 weeks of picking this thing up, I had a Guinness Book of Records certificate.
Excellent.
And 2 weeks
This is
after,
Quincy, who's the director of London Summer Jam.
yes, the very one. And about 2 or 3 weeks after that, there I was in the Albert Hall playing along with the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain as part of their promenade concert. It's all been downhill ever since.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I have 9 ukuleles.
Whenever I see people play the ukulele, they always seem to be really happy. Do you think it's a particularly enjoyable instrument?
Yeah, it is. You can, obviously, being in a punk rock band, you can do songs with a snarl on your face as well, but it does It is basically. It's just enjoyable to play. It's a lot of people say, oh, it's only got 4 strings, that's why it's so easy to play. I've never heard anybody say, well, that Yehudi Menuhin, well, he's all right, but you know, he's nowhere in Clapton. Violin's only got 4 strings. You know,
yeah, it's true.
I've never said a violin's easy to play because it's only got 4 strings, or a cello. What I think makes it's because the strings are short. There's less tension in the strings compared to a guitar.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier, especially for small hands, actually to fret on one of these. Obviously you make compromises. Because the strings are short, there's no sustain. Much less sustain on this than on a guitar.
Yeah.
And in fact, the smaller they get, the shorter scale they get, the more percussive they become. So to the extent that I think George Hinchliffe of the Ukulele Orchestra is always advising people it's as much a percussion instrument as it is a chordophone.
Right, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much obviously as a banjo, which is a drum on a stick. It's best played with a 4-pound lump hammer, I find. But yes, it's a very versatile instrument. You can. What else does George say about it? He says it's a musical bullshit detector. You know?
Oh yeah.
If a song doesn't work on a ukulele, it don't work. It's a very good way of finding out whether
That's
we're
a
actually.
good tip for songwriters then.
Yes. Well, you know, you can do an awful lot with production.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you find the songs are actually only based around one chord. Having said that, get up, stand up, and stand up for your rights. G minor the whole way through. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for talking to us, Paul. It's been really interesting. Hope
Thank
you enjoy
you.
it today, London
Yes.
Summer Jam, and good luck with your tour with Bad Manners.
Thank you very much
Cheers.
indeed, Hayley.